Hey there, I'm back. Welcome back to you. Let's follow up on my last video, which was on the art of self-care. I told you I would give you some specific suggestions for how to do it, for how to get that job done. You might think to yourself, I don't have time. I don't have 10 minutes out of my day, especially when my kid is not around, to devote to self-care. But you know what? You do. You do, and you have more than 10 minutes. If you make it a priority, it's there. So I'm dividing up these suggestions, and these are just a few things. I go into this topic in much more depth in my book, but you can find suggestions anywhere or just dream them up yourself, or things that you can do to take care of yourself. When your kid, it goes without saying, is in a safe place, and you're not the primary set of eyes and hands that are holding down the fort, right? Okay, so let's start with some freebies. Go for a walk. Even if it means walking around your house, circles around your house or your apartment. Even if it means walking up and down the street on the same side of your house, it doesn't matter. Take a walk, breathe some fresh air, and pay attention to what is outside of you instead of what's inside. If you start noticing things like, what's coming up in the yard? How many species of weeds do we have this year? Or maybe you have perennial gardens, or maybe you have concrete around your house, but you can pay attention to the sounds that are outside of you. Do you hear birds, airplanes? Maybe there's eerily no sound, which in and of itself is interesting and something to notice. Maybe there's only the noise of traffic, but even that is outside of you, and it's something that you can focus on. Listen to the sound of your footsteps as you walk through the snow or through the leaves, or you scuff your feet along the sidewalk and there's little pebbles and sand and gravel there. Doesn't matter. Listen to the things that are outside of you, and you'll find that you get a real relief and a release from the stuff, and the internal stuff that it feels like it's going to kill you. Okay, you could switch out a run or a jog for a walk. You certainly don't have to walk. You can jog, you can ride a bike if you have one. On the other hand, some other free things you could do, and of course any other athletic activity you like, if you can carve out 15 minutes. Maybe that's all it's going to take for you. I was going to say other freebies. Listen to some music that you love. Listen to one song on an old favorite album, from your teenage years. Listen to, I don't know, maybe you're a classical music buff, so listen to the first movement of a symphony that you love. Listen to an opera aria. Listen to a great jazz piece. Whatever floats your boat, take some time and listen. Watch, lolcats videos. Say I'm going to watch 4 lolcat videos that are going to make me laugh, and then I'm going to go back to what I was doing. Take a hot shower. Take advantage of the time you have right now and take a shower and brush your teeth, which maybe doesn't happen every day. If you're living what I used to be living, you're not brushing your teeth every day. You don't have to tell anyone that, but I know. So do it. Do it for yourself. You could read a book, but you're not going to read a whole book, because I know you don't have hours to do nothing but read a book, but maybe you can read a chapter. Maybe you can read the first 5 pages of a book that you've been wanting to get to. Or maybe you can reread those first 5 pages that you've been trying to read and retain for the past month. It doesn't matter. Focus on something that's outside of you. Let's see. There's free yoga and mindfulness and meditation apps and websites where you can just get into that other kind of a restful and focused state that pulls you out of all of that pain and anxiety and stress and places you somewhere else. If you're anything like me, yoga terrifies you, because you're not, your whole body hurts, you're stiff, you haven't exercised in years, and you just know that if you go to a yoga class, like they're going to be 70-year-old ladies. No offense to my beloved friends who are in their 70s and 80s. In fact, this is actually a compliment to you, because I have found in the past, I've tried to do exercise classes when I had a little bit of time, and the elderly people would leave me in the dust. So embarrassing. I was like, I can't do that. Embarrassing to myself. When I found that you can do these things online, there are apps, there are websites, and you don't have to pay for it, and nobody has to see all your fails, but you can try and you can work up to it, and you can do it in your pajamas. You can do it naked. I don't know. Do it any way you want. Nobody knows. You can have messy hair and unbrushed teeth, and it's fine. And it may make you feel a lot better. I don't know. It's worth a try. Also, don't be hard on yourself if you don't manage it. If you don't manage any of this, that's okay too. But try again, because eventually, if you try enough, it'll work. And you'll begin to see, oh, there are things I can do for myself. They don't take a lot of time. Okay, so those were some freebies. And then, there's the small amount of money, the $1 sign, keyed things. Well, go get a coffee with foam, or a foamy hot drink that somebody else made for you. You didn't have to make it yourself. I'm not saying this is something you should do every day unless you have a surplus at the end of every pay cycle. But it's certainly something you could do for yourself every so often. My mom, at one point when I was just at my lowest, my Ben was finally safe. We weren't doing the cycles in and out of the hospital. He was away, which was the biggest heartbreak of my life, but it was also necessary for all of us. And I had the time, but I couldn't get myself out of the house, couldn't get my ass off the couch or out of bed. And my mom, bless her, sent me a Starbucks gift card with a decent balance on it. And she said, I want you once a week to call a friend, find somebody who you can treat to Starbucks, because I want you to get out of the house. And if you can't find someone to go with you, I want you to take your laptop, do some writing, take a magazine, or just sit and drink coffee and look around you and drink in this stuff that's outside of you. And it was such a tremendous gift to me. If you don't have a mom who's likely to do that, or a sibling or a friend, buy it for yourself. Buy yourself a Starbucks gift card. Spend $15 if you have it. And if you don't, you don't. And you can make your own coffee at home, and you can sit in front of a TV show you want to watch, or you can sit and literally just drink in the silence. Find the most silent place in your house and stare at the wall and drink your coffee or drink water or do nothing. You could take a nap. By the way, that goes back into the freebie category. Other things that might cost a little bit of money is go to a bookstore and buy yourself a book. Or if you don't have any money, just browse. Go to the library and browse books. Take out a book for free. Buy a book on Audible or some other, book reading kind of app, and you can listen to somebody else read you a book. So those are possibilities right there. I mean, they go on. Go to a museum. Did I say that already? Things like that. And then at a slightly higher cost, price point, might be going out for an evening of drinks with friends. If indeed you can find the right person to hold down the fort while you do it, have a date with your significant other. I bet it's a long time since you've gone out for a date with your loved one. Or go out for a date if you don't have a steady person. Go out for a date. Find somebody, do that online thing and go out. Other things that might be a little bit more expensive, get your hair done. If you are female or male and you're into that sort of thing, go have somebody else wash and color and blow dry your hair, even if it's just once. Go buy yourself. Go to TJ Maxx or somewhere, Target, Or if you really want to splurge somewhere a little more pricey, buy yourself a comfortable sweater or whatever it is that you would really love and that would make you happy. Occasionally, retail therapy really is a good thing. It helps. What can I say? Those are some examples of ways that you can take care of your own needs by showing yourself that you're worth it, that you're important enough that you can take 20 minutes and go for a jog. You can take a 20-minute hot shower. You can get your hair done by somebody else, or have somebody else make you a coffee. You can buy yourself something. How about this? Make that dentist appointment that you're never able to fit in. You need to get your teeth checked. You need to take care of your oral health. Get that mammogram. Go to that sports medicine clinic and have something done about the knee that's been killing you, for years. That's been keeping you from being even a little bit active. Whatever it takes, do something that allows you to get outside of yourself, hear and see what exists in this world that's not your own inner turmoil and anguish, or not the anguish and the pain of your mentally ill child or sibling, the child's sibling, or your partner even. Yeah, you need to the whole family needs help and needs to heal, but you have to take care of yourself as a primary caregiver if you're going to keep yourself afloat so that everyone else is able to stay afloat. So anyway, those are just a few examples. I left out one of my favorites, one of the most important, which is pet someone furry. It's a dog, it's a cat, it's a bunny. You're going to meet my dog and my bunny at some point, our fluff and fur therapists. I don't know what I'd do without them, but if you're not an animal person, I don't know, like go find your honey and stroke their head or whatever it is, you can take it further than that, but feel things that are not the usual pain and sorrow and fear and anxiety. Find a way to do it, and I guarantee that's the start of a very good thing, and you're going to hopefully take another step and another towards your own wellness, physical, mental, every kind of wellness. Okay, that's it for now. See you soon. Thanks for stopping by.